One of BioWare's biggest strengths as a developer is its characters. The studio has created several compelling casts across its various franchises, from Knights of the Old Republic to Mass Effect. Players can engage with each figure as a party member, but also as a person. That said, 2 is better than 1, and these developers certainly take that to heart. 2 unlikely heroes must overcome adversity and larger-than-life circumstances to be together. The ensuing journey deepens both partners, revealing more about their personal struggles and why they need each other. When a love story accomplishes this feat, it becomes one of the most intriguing parts of the game. Players treasure these romances long after the credits roll. Welcome to Game Rant, everyone. I'm Bilal, and here's our ranking of the 5 best BioWare couples. Starting off at number 5, the Warden and Alistair from Dragon Age Origins. How fitting that the closest companion in Dragon Age Origins is a fellow Grey Warden. Alistair helps players through the process of joining the stalwart Brotherhood of Knights. In addition, he's instrumental in guiding them around Ferelden during the epic adventure. These roles mean the budding love is organic, especially with Alistair's sarcastic witticisms breaking the ice. They don't just have a lighthearted tryst, however. Alistair has a tragic backstory as the illegitimate son of a king. Fans might not expect such a heavy origin from this guy at first glance. Uncovering those layers is a long yet rewarding process. Next up, FemShep and Garrus from the Mass Effect trilogy. Mass Effect fans love the male Shepard's iconic bromance with Garrus, but the female Shepard turns that into a romance. The entertaining quips border on gallows humor, but they get even funnier after taking the next step. Once Garrus starts romancing FemShep, he couldn't be clumsier. He desperately tries to maintain his tough exterior, but he bashfully bumbles over his words. The wily mercenary is unsure how to proceed with such an unorthodox pairing. Shepard can't help but laugh, and the audience chuckles right along with her. The contrast with their business selves makes both characters more human, and how ironic considering he's a Turian. In third, Revan and Bastila from Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. This Star Wars couple epitomizes the enemies to lovers trope. Knights of the Old Republic begins with the player character, later revealed to be Darth Revan, awakening with no memory of his past life. Bound to him through the Force is Bastila Shan, the very Jedi whom he battled before losing his power. Neither of them understands this intangible connection, so they must travel together despite their misgivings. This premise lays the groundwork for a more personal bond. Their initial disdain is amusing enough. She dismisses him as an insufferable idiot, while he finds her to be a snotty shrew. The dynamic echoes the playful banter of Han Solo and Princess Leia. It's also intriguing in how it contributes to the mystery surrounding Revan's identity. As they broaden their horizons, they gradually understand the true quality of each other's character. And that understanding naturally forges a genuine love built on hard-won trust. The Jedi Code dictates that they avoid attachment, but this unlikely pair stands as a rewarding refutation of that philosophy. Revisiting the Mass Effect series with Shepard and Tali. Tali's masked and hooded appearance initially invites mistrust, but she swiftly wins over both Shepard and the players. She and the commander each have an ironclad sense of duty. At the same time, her plucky attitude brings out the hero's playful side, making for some cute banter. However, the relationship is truly engrossing once things get serious. The reason for Tali's mask lies with her species. Quarians can't survive without their protective suits. Some might think this limits the emotion on display, but the strong writing and performances prove that assumption wrong. Not to mention, her condition presents a huge challenge not found in other relationships. They must express their love without touching or even seeing each other clearly. Thankfully, they look past that obstacle and make each moment count. And at number 1 is yet again Mass Effect with Shepard and Liara. Honestly, most Mass Effect romances could clear this list, but Liara's is perhaps the most dynamic. She starts off utterly clueless about the galaxy and its dark side, but her time on the Normandy helps her grow in confidence and even become somewhat ruthless. On the other hand, Shepard sheds the military edge and grows noticeably softer when she's around. The visible change in both characters leads to an endearing middle ground. Mass Effect 2 throws a monkey wrench into that romance with Shepard's supposed death. Liara subsequently hardens, even refusing to join the crew in favor of her underworld activities. The pair is clearly drifting apart, as their priorities and values have shifted. That distance is sadly authentic, lending unexpected pathos to what could have been a run-of-the-mill romance. The tragedy makes it all worthwhile to rekindle the romance in Mass Effect 3. Here, Shepard and Liara acknowledge their respective changes. Nevertheless, they resolve to accept those changes and devote themselves to each other. Such a mature portrayal forms a deeply heartfelt journey that's every bit as epic as the Galactic War. And those are our rankings of the best BioWare couples. We'll see you next time.